It is time for the character creation episode of the Cepheid Variable Frontier. I'm Chris. Here at the beginning of the episode to thank our fine folks at Patreon. You know who they are, but I'm going to say their name every time because I made a commitment to do that, and I'm not going to be made a liar. It's not going to happen today. Other days, probably, but not right now. They are Taylor, Drelrin, Miles, Randy, Yam, Colby, Thomas, Randy G, Laszlo, Hovo, H-O-V-O, Jeremy, Ben, Garth, Tyler, Nelson, Clorpdonk, Cody, Hygienic, Ty, Eldrick Owl, and Derek. Thank you guys again for your continued support over there. And if you want to join our Patreon, it's free, or $3 a month. That's all we charge. Check out the show notes. If you want to join our Discord, check out the show notes. You want to buy Stars Without Number? Check out our show notes. Check out some other awesome shows like Stories and Lies, or 9mm Retirement Radio, or Suffer Not. Check out the show notes. We have a link to a bunch of cool shows there as well. On top of all of that, we are going to be releasing an extra episode this Wednesday as we dive back into Delta Green to play a little scenario that began over on the Sorry Honey, I Have to Take This podcast. So get ready for that. And if for whatever reason you want to listen to even more of my voice, go check out the Handlers Only podcast. It is a podcast created by the folks at Sorry Honey, I Have to Take This, where they take a bunch of handlers from the Delta Green world or podcast sphere, and they give them scenarios and we get to play in it. And I am playing the most current one, which is Arc 2, called Nervous Breakdown, which is my favorite Black Flag song. So yeah, go check that out. I'm playing a character on that, and it was really cool and awesome. And I think that's all I have. I've been talking too long, so bye. We are here to make some characters. A little game called Stars Without Number. It's a game by Kevin Crawford. He has done a ton of Without Number games. This is the first one that I'm aware of, but I know there's another Dust. There's another subsetting of this, but there's Cities Without Numbers, World Without Number,
Ashes
Without Number, and I own a majority of them, if not all of them. So, I have Silent Legion, which is his Cthulhu take using the same system. Love his games. I tried to get one game of Stars Without Number off the ground once.
That was a good start.
And I think you guys were played in it.
I definitely was.
I feel like you were in it.
Was that Dollar Storpheus?
I think that might have been Dollar Storpheus.
Yeah, I feel like I
or
did.
that might have been Scum and Villainy.
Oh, yeah.
But it was one where you guys started on the prison ship that crashed on the planet.
Yeah.
And I based all the other NPCs off wrestlers.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
And I was really hoping that was going to take off, but it didn't seem like anyone was really. A couple people in the group weren't very interested because they were very focused on 5e. Find easier systems, which this system's pretty easy once you get into it, but hey, it's all good. You probably ask yourself, what starts without number? Well, calm the fuck down. I'll get there. Goddamn. Give me some time to breathe. This is a D20 and D6, 2D6 based game, essentially. You're going to be rolling 2D6 plus your skill level, plus an attribute for a skill roll, like we've done in Traveler. And then your combat is going to be based around a D20 roll, like we've done in D&D 5e. So it's the best of both worlds. You'll have an armor class. You're going to have some saves. The big thing about this game is it's an OSR game. So this is a system where it's very much the big buzz word is emergent storytelling. That's kind of the key thing that gets thrown around a lot. And it's you're playing with your character's skill and your skill as a player versus fair encounter balances. Like, this is it's supposed to be kind of as real as we can get. So, like, not every fight you go into, you're supposed to win. Not everything is going to be your level. There will be enemies who are higher level than you. That could kill you in one shot.
And you're encouraged to, like, yeah, you're not supposed to hang and bang every single fight.
Go in smart, have a good plan, and that's the best way to go. And so that's kind of the difference in this system here is you are not going to have a lot of hit points to start out with. When you gain a level, you're going to roll your D6s in level, essentially. So when you hit like level 2, you're going to roll 2d6 plus your con modifier. And if that's more health than you have currently, you take that as your new health result. So that's kind of how this works. But like we said, in the earlier episodes, we wanted something with a little bit more character growth. And this game has character levels. You'll get new foci, and stuff like that.
That's how you pronounce that.
I think it's foci.
Oh, I was like...
Foci.
Foci?
Foci?
Okay.
So yeah, let's get into this system.
You guys wouldn't say focuses?
I think it's like a singular focus, so foci.
All right.
But I mean, focus to me should be a singular focus, right? So
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Foci.
Whatever. Kevin Crawford just did to be special. Foci.
You guys call it foci.
I don't know.
Foci.
Foci? Yeah, foci it is. Get your foci.
English is weird.
It really is. It's a stupid language.
All right.
I will say, I ran a Call of Cthulhu game yesterday, a Pulp Cthulhu, and I had they fought some Nazis, and so I was had a real time English or German to English translator, or English to German. So I would like type in what I wanted to say in German or English, and then I would pronounce it in German after I read it.
Nice.
And so I did that. Yeah, but then at the end of it, when they were interrogating the guy, I was just like, German. And then I'd have say what he was saying. So.
You know, if this was a few years ago, I'd say you're definitely on a list, but now I don't think they're monitoring that. So I think you're good.
Yeah. It was...
Oh, they're monitoring it for a different reason.
Yeah.
They might reach out to recruit.
Yeah. Now they're like, this Chris guy, he's a cool guy.
You know, that bonus from ICE was looking pretty good.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck them.
Yep.
We're going to have, I guess I want to talk here. Do you guys want to roll for stats, or do you want to assign an array?
Oh, I'm rolling.
What are we feeling?
I would like to roll. I don't have any character in mind.
Okay,
so
cool.
I would like to do it on the day.
Let the emergent character come out of the rolls.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. So I would say, first off, you choose your class after. That's right.
Yep.
That's one of your last steps. You get your, so you're going to roll 3d6, and then you're going to assign them in order. You do not get to pick and choose where you put them.
Big fan.
This is in fucking order. I have a couple d6s here if anybody would like the...
I'm going to go straight down the line.
All right. Tyler's already starting.
Whew. That's a 6 for strength.
Whew, you are fucked.
Which is a -1.
Okay.
Let's see. Dex. Got 2 rolls, 2 1s on that roll. That sucks. Dex. I'm faring a little bit better. We got 14.
Okay.
Which is going to be a +1.
Okay. I'm going to roll alongside Tyler just to see how better I do.
See if your character would be better. Constitution.
Oh, yeah.
12.
Yeah.
Which puts me at a no bonus. It's just a 0.
I think so.
Yes, no modifier.
It's better than I rolled. I rolled an 11. So
I was really hoping to at least get a +1 in con, but oh well. Intelligence. 12.
Need a piece of paper to write down on, Jake?
No, I got it.
Wisdom. 11.
Okay. A lot of zeros.
A lot of zeros. And finally, charisma. Straight 1s across the board here.
Just like real life.
6. That's no
Dude,
good.
what is it with these Tyler characters that are just like plain Andes?
Yeah.
Well, so step 1 of the book here does say, if you randomly rolled your scores, you may then pick one attribute to change to a score of 14.
Yeah.
Fuck
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I am going to change that charisma to a 14.
Okay.
All right. So my first is strength, and it's just 3d6.
Just 3d6.
12.
Nice.
Not bad. Not bad.
A beefy boy.
Wow. Another 12 for my dex. Whoa. Let's go. 16 con.
Ooh.
I smell a fucking warrior. 12 intelligence.
Nice.
Pretty smart too. 11 wisdom. And let's fall off a cliff for charisma. Oh my god. They listen to me. No, a 9 for charisma. So there we go.
Right. Yeah, so you get to change one of those to a 14 as well.
Should it be my dex or my strength? I'll think about it.
Okay, cool. So remember your modifiers on that. If you have a 3 is a -2, a 4 to 7 is a -1, an 8 to 13 is no modifier, 14 to 17 is a +1, and an 18 is a +2. So
I think the only thing that I modified is my 16.
yeah, that would give you a +1. Everything else is just a 0.
You said 8 to 13 is no mod?
Yeah. So, all right. So next up, as we're building this character, we need to pick a background for them.
Do we need to pick a background, or do the dice need to pick a background?
That's true. So let's go over the backgrounds we have here. We have ourselves a barbarian, a clergy, a courtesan, a criminal, a dilettante, an entertainer, a merchant, a noble, an official, a peasant, a physician, a pilot, a politician, a scholar, a soldier, a spacer, a technician, a thug, a vagabond, and lastly, a worker. There's a D20 chart here to roll, which it looks like Tyler is getting prepared to roll for.
Yes, I am. I don't even know what I want. That is a barbarian.
Just a super charismatic barbarian.
All right.
Born of a primitive world.
What's up, guys?
All right. So
You guys have a good weekend.
barbarians here. Standards of barbarianism vary from when world to world are capable of interstellar spaceflight. But your hero comes from a savage world of low technology and high violence. Their planet may have survived an all-consuming war or been deprived of critical materials or energy resources, or simply has been colonized by unconfirmed Luddites. That's part of the book here, but yeah. Other barbarians might be drawn from the impoverished underclass of an advanced world, or the technologically denigrate inheritors of some high-tech space station or planetary hub.
So with this in mind, do you mind if I change the stats a little bit?
No.
Instead of, you don't mind? Cool, thanks.
You cannot change stats.
Well, no, instead of giving the 14 in charisma, I could do it in strength, because I got a 6 for both.
I'm rolled. Yeah, that's fine. I'm cool with that. Perfect.
That just makes a little more sense
It
to
does.
me.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm cool with it.
I'm thinking right off the bat, maybe like shipped to this world from like a plague-ridden kind of world.
All right. It's like a laborer.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's cool.
Like the reason he's a kind of a barbarian is because the plague decimated his planet.
Right.
And that's just kind of what he's got left.
So you get a free skill of Survive 0. We'll get to the skill part first. Okay. Jake, you're going to roll 2?
Yes.
All right. Let's see what you get.
19.
You are a vagabond.
Vagabond.
Great.
All right.
A dilettante has money and friends. Your hero simply has the road. Whether you knocked loose from polite society at a young age or have recently found themselves cast out of a familiar life, they now roam the ways of the world and the space between. Some heroes find their life satisfying with its constant novelty and regular excitement of bare survival. Others long for a more stable arrangement and are willing to lend their pragmatic talents to a group that offers some prospect of profit.
Okay.
All right, let's go through and talk about, now that you have your background, you get to determine whether you roll for an additional skill or pick them. I'm assuming you guys are going to roll here. You're not going to pick your skills.
I am going to roll, yes.
Okay. So if you are not sure what to pick, you can take the quick skills listed on your background at level 0. If you choose to roll for your skills, you can roll up to 3 times, dividing them amongst your dividing your rolls between the growth and learning tables as you wish. So each background here has a chart. We're going to start with the barbarian just to be safe.
Okay.
You get the free skill of survive at level 0. So that means when you roll it, if you don't have a skill and you roll it, you take a -1 to your roll. So it's less severe than traveler, but
Still kind of
still there. So you will choose between the growth and learning chart here, and you'll roll 3 times. The growth chart has any stat, +1 to any stat, +2 to the physical, +2 to the physical, +2 to the mental. You can get exert or 6 as any skill. If you pick the learning, the 1 is any combat. You can get connect, exert, lead, notice, punch, sneak, and survive.
I think I'm going to start with a learning.
All right.
So
Let's see what you get. What's your first chart?
learning first. I got a 3, which is exert.
Okay.
So I have exert 0.
Yep.
I think I'm going to switch over to the growth chart for my second roll.
Okay.
4 +2 mental. Okay.
All right.
I'm probably going to put that into charisma.
Okay.
+2 mental. And my third, well, I'm going to roll a d4 and decide which chart I'm rolling on.
Okay.
Evens is learning. And I got odds. So we're going growth chart
back
again.
To the growth.
A 6, any skill.
There you go. Nice.
Okay. I will decide that after, maybe while Jake's
Cool.
rolling.
All right, Jake. You as a vagabond, are you going to roll for yours as well? Or are you going to pick?
I'm gonna roll.
Okay. So you get survive at 0. So what's your first roll? You're going to go growth or learning?
I haven't fully decided, so
Okay.
I'll roll for it.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, how many times do we get to?
3.
You get 3 total
3
rolls.
rolls.
Okay. So let's do evens as growth. So we'll go with learning. So I'll go learning, growth, learning. Need a D8 first. Should have had this ready. My bad.
No, you're good.
Learning. 1. So any combat.
Any combat.
Oh, okay. So I see punch, shoot.
Yeah. Like their stab.
Punch, shoot,
The
stab.
skills here are
Oh.
administer, connect, exert, fix, heal, know, lead, notice, perform, pilot, program, punch, shoot, sneak, stab, survive, talk, trade, work. So yeah. So shoot, obviously gun, stab with a weapon, punch, melee.
All right. So I'm going to roll for it.
Okay.
1, 2.
Punch.
No, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
There we go. 4. So we're going to go with stab.
All right. So we're going to have some sort of melee weapon.
All right.
I like it. Okay, cool. And then that's your second roll. So now you got one more roll.
That was my first roll.
Was it your first roll? That was your first roll, right?
And so next is growth. I got a 6. So
Any
any
skill.
skill. I'll figure that out while Tyler's doing his thing. And last is learning. I got a 5 pilot.
Oh,
Nice.
That's fun.
the nice thing about this is it's not broken down, so pilot can count for driving a
Nice.
car or anything like that.
Oh, okay. All right.
I believe so. Pilot vehicles or ride beasts. Yeah. So there you go. All right, Tyler, what did you pick for your any skill?
I decided to go with shoot.
Okay,
I wanted a combat skill, so I rolled for which one it would be.
There you go. Cool. Okay, so you got your skills. You've got your things here. We've got your backgrounds here. Let's make sure we're not missing anything here on the character creation flowchart.
It looks like the next step is choosing
Your class.
class.
So this represents the talents you have and whatnot. So let's go over the classes here real quick while you guys are thinking. This is a pretty simple system. There's basically 4 classes. You have expert, which is like think of that's going to be kind of like your rogue. You're like a skill monkey. You have a lot more skills than other people. You're an expert in certain things. Your psychic, which is somebody who can use psionics and you can throw shit with your mind, warp things. You have your warrior, which is you're just straight up fucking, I'm going to punch you in the face really hard. And each class has a separate ability that sets them apart. And then what you have is a thing called the adventurer, where you take 2 of those groups and you make a kind of like a multi-class out of them. So you could be a psionic warrior, or a warrior expert, or an expert psionic, and you don't get the full benefits of each of the class that you pick, but you still like have certain things from it. So, for instance, let's go over the expert. The class ability is that you gain a free level and a non-combat focus related to your background. Most concepts will take specialist as their main skill, though diplomat or starfarer healer, some other focus might work, right? Once per scene, you can reroll a failed skill check, taking the new result if better. It's basically a free reroll once per scene. And a scene is like, I'll be better about telling you when we go to a new scene, but it'd be kind of like a role play moment, kind of thing. And then when you advance an experience level, you gain a bonus skill point that can be spent on any non-combat and non-psychic skill. You can save this point to spend later if you wish. And then they'll have different, The psychic, obviously, you get psychic powers. You get to unlock psychic powers, and you can take certain levels, and there's a whole system that goes into the psionics. We can if anybody wants to do that. So you think they're much more like Mass Effect ones. So you basically get to, unlike warriors and experts, you're capable of learning psychic disciplines and associated techniques and described. When you pick this class, choose any 2 psychic skills as bonus skills. You can pick the same one and twice to obtain a level 1 proficiency in it, and a free level 1 technique from the same discipline, or from that discipline. So you pick, there's like biopsionics, there's like a way to heal, that kind of stuff. There's a whole different type of psionics out there to use. And then you have an effort score, which can be used to fuel psionic abilities. You have a maximum effort equal to 1 plus your highest psychic skill, plus the better of your wisdom or constitution modifiers. Even with a penalty, your maximum effort cannot be lower than 1. So that's what you use. You have to spend those points to use your spells. And I think you can like exert yourself and like push yourself further at damage to yourself to do more psychic stuff. So your warrior, you get a free level and a combat-related focus associated with your background. The GM decides if the focus qualifies for a ambitious case, if you pick one that doesn't really work. Warriors are lucky in combat. Once per scene, as an instant ability, you can either choose to negate a successful attack roll against you or turn a missed attack roll into a successful hit. You use this ability after the die is rolled, but cannot be used against environmental damage, effects without an attack roll, or hits on a vehicle you're occupying. And then you gain 2 extra maximum hit points at each character level, so you are beefier just by that. Sweet. And then, like I said, the adventure goes with, you take 2 separate ones of each. So, Tyler, what do you think?
I'm going warrior.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Okay.
I'm already looking at some of the combat-related focuses.
Yeah.
And I'm a little, so it's got to be something that goes with my background. And I'm kind of on the fence on 2 of them. Either I want to go pick the close combatant foci, or I want to go savage fray. They're kind of both like close combat kind of thing.
Sure.
Kind of makes sense for a barbarian for me.
So the close combat one is you have all too much practice in close fighting and desperate struggles with pistol or blade. You're extremely skilled at avoiding injury in melee combat, and at level 2, you can dodge through a melee scrum without fear of a knife being knifed in passing. So, yeah, that basically gives you, you level 1, which you start at, is you gain any combat skill as a bonus skill. You can use pistol-sized range weapons in melee without suffering penalties from the proximity of melee attackers, which is huge.
Yeah, that's kind of big. And I already picked shoot 0, so I'm already thinking he can use guns.
Yeah,
that's where that came in. And savage fray, though, you are a whirlwind of bloody havoc in melee combat and can survive being surrounded far better than most combatants. So then I gain stab, and I basically would just do damage to anybody standing next to me at the end of every turn.
Yeah, so this game has certain weapons have shock damage, which they will always do to you if it's the damage. It was usually say like shock damage, like 1/AC 15. So if they have an AC of lower than 15, you automatically do 1 damage to them, do that shock damage, even if you miss. So
I think I'm going to go with close combatant, actually.
Okay, cool.
I just like the idea of he's got shoot as an ability. He can use guns, but he's used to just pistol whipping bitches if he needs to.
Yeah, I like it. All right.
So I have close combatant at level 1. Oh, I also gain any combat skill as a bonus skill, so I'm going to stab 0.
Cool. Perfect. Jake. Actually, let's finish up you here with your warrior.
Okay.
All right, you get a free level of combat related focus. So that's what you're going to do in stab or
close combatant.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and then you get roll your hit points.
Oh, that's right.
So to get your starting maximum hit points, roll 1d6 plus 2 and add your Constitution modifier.
Whew. That is a 3 on the die, so 5. I also gain an additional 2 maximum hit points at each character level as part of
Yeah, so I'm assuming that starts out there. So
yeah. So a total of 7.
All right. And your attack bonus is equal to your character level. So it's plus 1 at first level. So, alrighty. Jake, what are you thinking for your character?
I don't really know, to be honest. I'm kind of stuck between expert and adventure, and then do warrior expert.
Okay.
I'm just not really sure. So I kind of was looking at the focus list to see if any of them jumped out at me to kind of define it a little bit further. And I'm waffling between 2 of them, Starfarer and Wanderer. Wanderer is more of like the traditional vagabond cowboy. Mm-hmm. It seems easy. Starfarer is a little bit more on the pilot side.
Gotcha.
So I think I am leaning more towards Wanderer, which I think would make me I think that would put me in the expert category.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
So let's go through your expert character here. So you get a free level of a non-combat focus related to your background, which you're going to do Wanderer.
Yeah.
All right. And then once per scene, like we said, you reroll a failed skill check. And then when you advance, which we're not doing right now, but yeah. So let's see what the Wanderer does here for the focus, so everyone's on the same page.
It is on 23.
There it is. Your hero gets around. As part of a life on the road, you've mastered a number of tricks for ensuring your mobility and survivability in the inevitable difficulties of a vagabond's existence. So you gain the survive skill as a bonus skill, which you already have. Mm-hmm. So I think that goes up to 1 then. I think that's how that works. Oh. You can convey the basic idea of all common languages of your sector. You can always find a free transport to a desired destination for yourself and a small group or your friends. Yeah. And then finding transportation takes no more than an hour, but may not be a strictly legitimate means of travel. It may require some working passage. Yeah, I think that's good.
Cool.
All right. We got that. We've got our classes. Oh, you got to do your hit points. So you're going to roll a D6 and add your con modifier for your hit points.
So 5.
There you go. And then your attack bonus starts at +0 for your
Okay.
So we also get to pick another focus.
Okay, cool. So we got that. Now you're going to choose a foci representing the side talents or particular specialization of your hero. You can pick 1 level of a focus of your choice. Characters with the expert class or a partial expert feature of the adventurer class get 1 level of a non-combat, non-focus for free in addition to this. They can spend both levels on the same focus, starting at level 2 if they wish. Characters with the warrior or partial warrior features can do the same in choosing 1 level of combat focus. So I'm going to go read through the focuses while you guys kind of figure out what you want to do. And then that way people kind of have an idea of the list that you're picking from. So the focus lists here are alert. so you are keenly aware of your surroundings, and it's virtually impossible to take unaware. You have an instinctive alacrity of response that helps you act before less wary persons. At level 1, you gain notice as a bonus skill. You cannot be surprised, nor others can use the execution attack on you, which is good. You roll initiative twice and take the better of the results. If you have a level 2 in that, you always act first in combat rounds unless somebody else involved has alert as well. Armsman is the next one. You have an unusual competence for throwable weapons and melee attacks. This focus benefit does not apply to unarmed attacks or projectile weapons. For thrown weapons, you cannot use the benefit of the Armsman focus at the same time as Gunslinger. You gain stab as ability, and then you can throw other weapons and basically do extra damage. Assassin, exactly like it sounds. You kill people. You gain sneak as a bonus skill. And at level 2, you can take a move action in the same round as you make an execution attack. So execution attack is like a coup de grace. Like if someone's on the ground and unconscious, you could just walk up and do like maximum damage and kill them. So authority, you have an uncanny kind of charisma about you, one that makes you instinctively follow your instructions. You're kind of like a boss. Close combatant, which we talked about. Connected, you have more contacts. Your levels kind of mess there. Die Hard gives you some extra hit points, just like it was in D&D. Diplomat, you know how to talk with people. Gunslinger, you got the gift with the gun. Hacker, sounds pretty self-explanatory. Healer, same thing. You can heal as a bonus skill. You can heal people up. Henchkeeper, you basically get like henchmen that you can have do stuff with you and send them out to do stuff. Ironhide makes you a little bit easier to make survive checks like resistances and whatnot. Drink some water here. Psychic training allows you to, use the psychic skills. Savage Fray we went over. Shocking Assault is basically you get to increase the shock damage that treats all targets if they were AC 10. So, you do a lot of damage. I could have got that wrong. Where I think if their AC is higher than that number, they take the shock damage. I'll figure that out. Sniper, pretty much what it sounds like. Specialist, what it sounds like. Star Captain, I don't think that's really going to fit here. We're not doing ship combat. Starfarer, kind of plodding around again. I don't think we really have a whole ton of star stuff, the spaceship stuff. Tinkerer, you build stuff. Unarmed combatant, you're better at unarmed combat. Unique gift, you've got some sort of technological augment or whatnot that goes along with it. And then if you really want to be a psychic, you can have the wild psychic talents and go that route. So, but yeah, what you guys picking for your extra focus?
I went
Tyler?
with unarmed combat.
Okay, nice.
Unarmed combat, it just kind of feels like it fits.
Do you level 1 or 2?
0.
So.
Level 1.
Gotcha.
So I have close combatant and then unarmed combatant.
Right. So you get to pick 2 though.
No. The second one is the free one you get for
Gotcha.
being warrior. I thought about doing level 2 in close combatant, but I think I'd rather get the punch skill.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Jake, what you picking?
I think I'm going to go with Ironhide, but I don't know. It's starting to feel like I'm all over the place with the character.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I mean, it would fit for Vagabond, right? Like there's got to be a survivability there.
So,
and you know what? If you pick it and you don't want it after like a session, we could certainly change it.
fucking kill him off.
All right. You now. We're not worrying about a alien race or anything. You now get to pick one non-psychic skill of your choice to reflect your hero's outside interests, natural talents, hobby expertise, or other personal focuses.
So we're picking one non-psionics skill?
And that is your skill of like what your character does like for hobbies, or it's got to be tied to like something to do with their past. You can also roll on a chart for your bonus skill. They got that on
Do they?
On, what was it, page 27. There's a bonus skill D1, D20, or 1D20 roll.
Hell yeah, dude. Are you looking at it?
Yeah, it's a quick character creation. So yeah, if you want to roll on it.
Yeah. I got a 16.
16 is survive.
Which I already have.
All right.
So.
You can bump it up to level 1 if you want instead.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
Is that an option?
Yeah, change a level 0 skill you have to level 1 is a natural 20. So
then I'm going to change it. I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Chris, what about a 1?
A 1 is administer, bureaucracy, and management. If you want to bump one up instead, you can do that too.
Yeah, I'll look.
Yeah, that's cool. And that is that's pretty much. We got to go over our saving throws here, which are weird, and I'm going to read it out of the book here so you can all understand my confusion here. Record your physical, mental, and evasion saving throws. Your physical saving throw is 15 minus the better of your strength or constitution attribute modifiers.
So if I have it's strength or con.
Yeah.
15 minus my con is 1.
Okay, so you'd be 14 would be your saving throw.
For
physical. Yeah.
Okay. 15 minus the best of my... Oh, of the modifiers.
Yeah,
too.
the modifiers.
Okay, so...
So if it's 15 minus 16, would it be 1 or negative 1?
If you have a penalty in both modifiers, it is possible to have a saving throw of 16 or more, so you'd add it to it.
Oh, if you have negative?
Because a negative is a positive, right? When you add.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So that makes...
I know. Trust me.
Okay.
Do you have a negative?
I have a negative in charisma.
Yeah.
Is that the best?
It's the best.
Yes.
Oh, no. Then
the better of your strength or con attribute modifiers.
Well, I'm sorry. I moved ahead to mental. So
hold on. What you got, Jake?
Is it 15 minus my con or my con minus 15?
It's 15 minus the better of your con or strength modifier. So if you have a +1 in each, it'd just be a -1. If you have a 0 and a 1, it'd be a -1 because that's the better of the better of the modifiers. Does that make sense?
I do have a +1.
So you'd be at 14. So it's minus the 1.
So my physical effect saving throw is 14.
Yes. And you're going to want to roll over that to save against an effect.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's where it gets weird.
Where's the evasion?
Evasion is a 15 minus the better of your dexterity or intelligence attribute modifiers. That drives me. It gets kind of funky there.
And then what is the mental one?
The mental one is
just int and whiz?
Wisdom and charisma.
Are we doing this a little bit out of order?
No. These are the final touches.
If I don't have, I have a 0.
Then just 15.
Solid.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So there's the equipment we're going to do offline.
Unless you guys want to do it here.
I'll
probably look offline.
Yeah, I'll put it together offline, but I'm going to roll my total. I'm not going to do an equipment packages. Do 2d6 times 100 to find out what I can spend.
Okay.
Which is going to be 1,100.
Okay. So saving throws in this game are, you basically need to roll to resist the perils. You need to equal or beat the save on a d20. So you're going to roll just a straight up d20.
Oh.
So if your score is a 15, you got to roll a 15 or better to beat it. That's with no modifiers or whatnot.
Wow.
Now, there are some people who have house rules where you get to add your modifier to it. We could talk about that offline and whatnot, but it's pretty simple to get all the characters together. We got them.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is I might change my second foci from Ironhide to Tinkerer.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Do you guys kind of have an idea of a background for these guys yet? Like what's bringing them out here to this world?
Well, I do. Something in the world creation that Jake brought up a bunch is the idea of people being sent out and quarantined.
Right.
So I kind of like the idea, at least for this guy, like he put on this planet as part of a quarantine and taken away from like a plague ravaged world. So
is he himself? He's not infected.
I'm thinking maybe he was infected but survived the plague. So he's just
Gotcha.
alive. He's just normal.
But the nanobots are still inside of him.
If he dies, he's going to be a nanobot.
So we got microplastic nanobots just
Yep.
chilling in our balls.
I got all kinds of nanobots in my body.
I love it. I like that idea. I think that's great. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's really weird here because they give an example in the book here. It's like if your character's saving throw starts at 15 and decrease by 1 point each time you advance a level. So it's going to go down as you level.
Okay.
Each saving throw is modified by the best modifier of 2 different abilities, physical, blah, blah, blah. Thus, a first level PC with a strength of 5 and a constitution of 14 would have a physical save of 14. So because the 14 gives you a +1, the 15 minus the 1 would give you that. As we talked about in here, skill checks are going to be 2d6. Add the most relevant skill level and attribute modifier to it.
So it's like Traveler where we kind of justify.
Yeah,
what skill,
exactly.
Right.
8 is so 6 is a relatively simple task. 8 is going to be your main target usually. 10 is difficult. 12 is a true master, and 14 is like no. And it's very much going to be like I'm not going to call for skill checks. I'm trying to get better at when it matters.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you guys have skills. You guys are competent adventurers, and you should be treated as such.
Cool.
You can aid skill checks if you want. That is definitely an option. You can do opposed skill checks, and essentially it is whoever rolls higher wins. So that's just combat is going to be. If and when we get into it, that's something I did want to have a talk about. Traditionally, in this system, combat is, I think you roll a D8 and add your dexterity modifier, and then whoever rolls gets to go first, kind of thing, like traditional D&D style. Do we want to look into modifying that and change a different initiative style?
What are the options?
Well, that's all we'll talk about. I kind of like the Black Hack version of initiative where you get to roll, and if you succeed, you go before the enemies, and if you fail, you go after them. But that would mean we'd be rolling basically every round of initiative. You'd roll, kind of like we did with Aether Flux. The other option, and I don't know how this would work, and I'm trying to think it out in my brain, is doing the Mothership style, where we all narrate what we want to do, we roll the C, and then everything happens in real time together. And then we kind of recoup at the end, and then kind of play the scene out next after that.
I kind of like that. That's kind of cool.
That's interesting. That I think would work out pretty well. I think the one thing I definitely don't want to do is a system where all one side goes and then all one side the other side goes.
Right.
So,
and that's why, right now, initiative is set up. Like I said, it is straight up out of the book to determine who acts first in a round. Each participant rolls initiative. You roll a D8, add their dexterity modifier, and then whoever goes first goes, and then we go down the list. So if that's I just want to run it by you guys. We don't have to make the choice now, but I kind of was thinking of doing it. Definitely, if everybody acts at the same time, it would be more deadly. Because, so just something to think about. I'm cool with doing it. We can try this out, and if we don't like it, we want to try and do something different, we can.
Yeah.
It's our game, but just going over everything here so we kind of know. Some weapons will have shock value, and this is a guaranteed to do some degree of harm to the target. A weapon's shock quality lists the number of points of damage it inflicts on any target with an armor class equal or less than the one given. So thus, a primitive knife with a shock score of 1 point / AC 15 will always do at least 1 point of damage whenever the wielder has a target of AC 15 or less, whether they hit or miss.
Okay.
So, but got to remember this part. Shock damage always adds the wielder's attribute modifier and any other bonuses that might apply from the weapon mod, foci, or other advanced tech. So if you have like a +1 in strength and you're stabbing somebody, you're going to be doing that +1 of shock value plus your attribute modifier that you stab them with. So
Okay.
just to remember that.
Okay.
So I think that's the kind of 13th age that do damage on miss kind of keep going. But again, combat is very, very deadly in here. And yeah, I think other than that, we're not going to have to worry about hacking. If we get into disarming a foe and everything there, we'll get into that. Healing in this game is pretty slow, if I remember correctly. A creature brought to 0 hit points has been defeated and can no longer fight. If brought to 0 hit points by a lethal weapon, they are dying or dead. Foes brought down with fist, blunt objects, or other less than lethal means are merely unconscious or incapacitated. If an assailant isn't trying to kill them, you can say you're not, and then we'll hold back. A mortally wounded creature at 0 hit points will die in no more than 6 rounds. They may be unconscious and screaming, begging for mercy, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, a PC who wants to extend mercy to an enemy, and you can add or aid a friend can use their main action to attempt a int heal or dex heal check using whatever modifier is best. If they have no special medical tools available, the difficulty of the check is 10 plus the number of rounds that have passed since the target went down. If they have a medical kit and proper tooling, it's 8 plus the rounds since they've gone down. And there is an item called Lazarus Patches that can basically help heal. Yeah. So yeah, it's basically it's we'll play it by ear when it comes to like death. Like if it's something that like if it puts you like way under, if it puts you to 0 or like let's say like 0 to 5, I think that it's good. Or we can do something where like however many hit points you are under 0 is how many rounds it takes, adds to the difficulty or something like that. Something like that. I think we can figure out a way there. It should be pretty easy, but yeah. I don't think we have to worry about hacking. That's not something. Eventually you guys will get career advancement. We'll go through that. I'm trying to pick out the quick reference sheet for everybody as well. I think in our world here, there will be some environmental hazards going in and play. And I don't think we have to worry about technology level, something we should probably figure out on this world right now. I think we're probably looking at like tech level 4 or 5. So that'd be post tech, which is baseline for modern post silence worlds. This is coming out of their rules. Costly but feasible creation of interstellar starships, basic gravity controls with large heavy devices. I don't think of this like a true AI level stuff here. So I think tech level 4 sounds about right for this world. And that's just like the level of items you can buy. I think is kind of tied to that.
Okay.
Cool. And other than that, encumbrance. I want to focus in on this too as you play. I want to try to. You're
talking my language.
I want to try to actually focus on like items carried.
Let's focus on
and weapons, like ammo, like keeping track of that all. Encumbrance, you can carry basically readied number of items equal to half your strength score. Readied items are things that are worn on you that are readily available for you to use and grab. And then there are stowed items, which you can have equal to your full strength score. So what's your strength score, Jake? 14?
12.
12. So you can have 6 items.
And then 12 in my backpack.
Yes.
All right.
So that means like armor, weapons, any toolkits that you think you'd use, you can have 6 on you to use.
Okay.
So, so just something to think about. You got to be wary. So if you find, 6 or 7 weapons out there, you kill a guys and they've got a bunch of pistols, you could stow those, but that's going to add to, you can only have, 12 items on you total.
All right.
So.
Cool. I like that.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be an interesting thing to keep track of. Also, we'll keep track of our weapon ammo, how many times you shot, because there are certain things here you can do like burst fire and stuff like that. And somebody created online, I don't know their name, and I will credit them if I can in the intro. They created like an advanced equipment list where they made like fake companies that then like gave sick. All the weapons like a little bit more extra features. And I can share that with you guys if you want.
Yeah, yes, please.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I think other than that, we're kind of there. I think we're ready to go into this and see how things go.
Figure out all the equipment and
everything. Yeah. So I think we'll do that offline, and then we'll kind of approach this session 1, episode 1, and get into the nitty gritty of all this
Cool.
next episode. So
Cool.
later.
Cool.